If you're looking for a land to buy in Asaba and you see a land that is unbelievably cheap, please don't rush to make payments. Ensure that you know the reasons why that land is that price. And before you say, Solomon, you're a realtor, you don't want us to buy cheap land, I'm going to explain some of my reasons on this video. Hi there, my name is Solomon Ibuhu and welcome back to my channel. On this channel, I share practical tips for real estate investors looking to invest in the city of Asaba. Now, the first reason is that cheap land doesn't mean bad land. There are legitimate reasons that could make a land cheap. Now, it could be the location where the land is. It could be that there are no basic landmarks in that location. It could be that accessibility is a problem to the land. It could be that there are no infrastructures in that location. It could be that the land does not really have the essential titles or documents attached to it. That is why it is cheap. It could also be that the owner of the land is putting it out there at that cheap price as a distress sale to clear up one or two things. So these are legitimate reasons that could make a land relatively cheap. So if you look out for a land and you see that these things are there, you should know that those are the reasons why that land is actually very cheap. Now, sometimes land cheap lands could actually be a problem for you. So you are definitely not buying a cheap land; you're buying problem, right? So you need to ask yourself, why is this land actually cheap? It could be that the land has community issues, border issues. It could be that it's a committed land. It could be that the person that is claiming to be the owner of the land is actually not the owner of the land. So the person tends to sell below the actual market value so that people could buy it as fast as possible. It could also be that the land does not have proper documentation. It could be that the land is having conflicts, and so the person wants to just sell off the land at a very cheap rate so that he can get money and then move on. So if you don't check out for these things and you buy such land, unfortunately for you, you're going to have a whole lot of issues on that land. So ensure that you know why that land is cheap. Now, not just cheap lands, right? Expensive lands too can have these same issues. Right? A land of 5 million can be safe, while a land of 20 million can have these issues that I've said right now. So it's not just about the price, it's about doing your findings about the property. Know why the property is cheap. Now, these are the basic reasons or factors you need to look into. Now, ensure that the person that is pitching the land to you is the rightful owner, sorry, or has the legal right to sell the land to you. Number two is that the land has proper documentation, all titles are on ground. Number three is that the land is accessible. There's accessibility to the land, right? So that calls for you going for a physical inspection or holding a virtual inspection, on that property, right? Knowing if the land is accessible. Number four is that you do your checks, right, to ensure that that land is not committed to the government. Five, ensure that the land does not have community issues. So you go around, ask neighbors around to know where that land, if the land is on the border of two communities, or if the land is secure. So ensure that you know the reasons, you ask these right questions, do your diligence before you make payments. And if you're an investor that is looking to invest in Asaba and you don't know how to go through the process of vetting a property, I would like you to send me a DM to the number showing your screen. Let's discuss, let's talk, so I can guide you professionally on investigating properties before you make payments. See you on the next video.